We're gonna talk about how you can achieve snap in your karate techniques. Now, the reason I'm wearing a t-shirt instead of my gi is because I want you to not wear your gi when you're using or doing the following exercises that I'm gonna be teaching you in this episode. We're often fooled by the gi. Usually we strive to achieve that sound of the gi slapping. But that is not how you actually achieve this type of snap in your techniques, because it's not about your gi, it's about how you use your body. And more importantly, how you manage and handle relaxation and linking and unlinking your joints. So the basic idea behind the following exercise that I'm gonna teach you is that you can use it before your regular training as a warm-up routine to prime your body, your muscles, and more importantly, your joints for snap. And then you can hopefully transfer this ability to all your different moves. Now, we're gonna use diagonal movements for the following exercise so that we can utilize a larger cross-section of muscle groups in your body. And these moves thereby become more relaxed. And that is the key to achieving snap, because we want economy of motion. Tense bodies don't really produce any snap. You need to be able to relax. And so we're gonna start with a couple of diagonal moves known as forehand and backhand, just like if you would be playing tennis, right? So let's start. I want you to stand in a basic neutral stance. And the very first thing you're gonna do is just drop your weight and up again. That's all you do. You drop your weight and then up again. You drop your weight and up again. From the side, drop your weight and up again. Drop your weight and up again. Now the key here is to try to feel the sensation of dropping your center of gravity from your hara, which is of course your physical center of gravity in English. The Japanese word is hara, or tanden to be more specific, because it's actually not here, but it's within your center. Okay, not on the surface. It's not your belly button. The way that you drop your center of gravity is not by bending your knees, because if you bend your knees, then your quads will act as brakes, like driving a car and pulling the handbrake. You don't want to do that. You want acceleration. You don't want anything holding you back. So strive to actually release your hip socket. Imagine my hip socket releasing and dropping, almost like I'm pooping myself, okay? This way. No pretension. Don't jump and drop. Simply let go and go straight down if you can. And of course, the key is to relax. No tension before the drop. Now, what happens when you drop? If you manage to feel the sensation within your body, you will notice that it's kind of like your skeleton dropping and then your flesh comes afterwards. Pa-pam, this way. Of course, it's hard to see, but you have to feel it to believe it. You will feel a sort of hitting a wall, okay, like resistance. That is the ground reaction force, which Newton explained perfectly back in the days. And that is what we want to transfer through our techniques. The better we can do that, the more power we have in our moves. And the key to be able to do that is to have snap in your techniques. So once you have the drop under control, just start by feeling that and identifying that. We will then add rotation. So again, from the same type of basic stance, I just want you to swing from side to side. Swing from side to side. A little bit of hip movement, but even more movement from the thoracic spine and the shoulders. In fact, the quickest anatomical move in the human body occurs at the shoulder joint, right after the eye blink. The quickest mechanical move, because the eye blink is not mechanical. A lot of people only talk about how to use the hips to get snap, but the shoulder might even be more important. And it can actually be safer, because a lot of people injure their spine, especially down here, because the lower part of your back is better at stability than mobility. So make sure that you twist from your thoracic spine up here as well, and incorporate your shoulder as you do the rotations. You just spin from the side to side, side to side, You can hold your arms however you want. I just want you to feel this type of range of motion. So you got this plane of motion. You got this plane of motion. And now what happens when we combine them? Well, we get the diagonal plane of motion. And this is where we actually start incorporating the arms. So follow me. I want you to lift one arm up to the side. We're gonna start with the forehand, which is a move that goes straight down here, right? But the first thing you do is step one, drop. The drop helps me pull the arm down, so I'm not just using my pecs or my lats or whatever muscle group you like using, right? So you want to actually pull the arm down using gravity. This gravitational force is always here, readily available, and it's free. You don't even need to use any energy. You just relax. So you drop, and then we add the rotation to bring the arm from this side of the body to this side of the body. Slowly, I drop, I twist, and then I let the arm go. It's very important that the starting position of your arm is not in tension. Not in tension. Meaning, imagine you're resting your hand on a bar that's up here, so that your tricep and bicep are kind of relaxed, okay? Because that is the key to snap. Again, starting here, I drop, I turn, and I bring my arm to the other side. Look at that again. Your eyes and your head is straight forward. Don't turn your entire body. Keep your focus to the front. Remember, we're not using the gi. We don't want to find or hear the snap from the uniform or the costume. We want to hear, first of all, the sound of my limb cutting through air. The second sound is the sound of my joints linking and unlinking. And if you do it very well, you might even hear the sound of your connective tissue grinding. So again, make sure you pay attention to the sound, which is a very important reason for not always training with music, like they do in a lot of modern combat sports, because all of the sensation and all of your senses always need to be integrated in your training to maximize your results. Can you hear that? That is my joints snapping, linking and unlinking through relaxation. So that's the first move you do. Both sides, of course, the exact same move. And I want you to do 10 reps switching. So you go right hand to the left side and then left hand to the right side, okay? That's all you do, 10 reps. And then we do the opposite. So now we do a backhand. I start on the other side of my body. I drop, I twist, and I bring it out and I extend my arm to the side. But still my focus remains to the front. Imagine you're holding a bar, you're resting your relaxed limb, your arm up here. And again. Can you hear that? Pay attention. Let me show from the side. And switch. Now the key here is to just try to find the right sensation again in your body. You want to find that right connection and intramuscular and intermuscular coordination and timing. Relax, drop, twist, and bring the arm to the side. And then you combine them. So you go right, left, 10 times. And then once you've done those in isolation, the front hand or forehand and the backhand, then we can start combining them into a figure 8. So just look at me. I go 1, 2, and now the other arm comes 1, 2, almost like the infinity symbol or a cross in front of my body. Feel free to move around a little bit. Try to find that feeling. 1, 2, and then switch. 1, 2. Then, for the final level of this exercise, once you've understood these separate parts, started to put them together, we're now going to engage the lower body a little bit more. Because usually, you don't just do moves standing with equal 50-50 weight distribution, right? Sometimes, or actually most often, you transfer your weight from one leg to the other together with your techniques, no matter what move you do in all martial arts and all sports, basically. Starting from the same position, I do the forehand. But now, I start with my weight on the same side of my body, same leg as the arm. Right arm, right leg holds my weight. I then shift my weight to the other leg. See how this frees up now? And this holds my weight. From one leg to the other. And I combine that with the exact same arm movement as before. So here, feel the weight, feel the pressure towards the floor. Drop and turn, and then now my weight is on this side. At this point, I shift. I lift the other hand and I do the exact same move. Trying to move diagonally with my arm, feeling the linking and unlinking of my joints as I transfer my weight to the other leg. Again, switch, 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 and then we do the opposite. Backhand, backhand, backhand. I now start here. As I do the backhand, I shift here. So it ends up on the same side. I switch, I do the backhand, I shift, and I go this way. Again, starting here, and switch, and switch. Can you hear the sound of cutting through air? And switch. And now we do a more difficult version. We switch the weight distribution management, we switch it up. We do the opposite. Instead of starting here and going here, I will start with my weight on this leg, but I'm using this arm. Then I move. I switch the weight to this leg as I do the forehand. If you want to call it a cat stance or a koku tsudachi or whatever, is up to you. I don't really want you to put labels on these moves, but just strive to find that physiological sensation in your body. So again, from here, weight on this leg, right arm, opposite. I switch, and then I switch arm. Right leg has the weight. Left arm does the move, and this way. And then of course, we switch. I do the backhand as I move to the other side. Exact same move as before, as I shift my weight. And that's it. Now you got the basic patterns under control. Backhand, forehand. First with equal weight distribution, and then moving opposite legs, same side legs, all of that. Finally, I just want you to try using both arms at the same time. Starting here, I will do a backhand and forehand together with both arms. First, without shifting my weight. Switch. Drop, twist. Bring the arms with you. And then you can add the weight transfer. For example, try to find that feeling. Sometimes it's easier when you try to look down or look at your body or even close your eyes to find that sensation. And then lastly, the final level of this specific snap exercise is to combine all of this into a freestyle flow. Start by feeling the drop, then the rotation, feel that rotation, and then feel the combination. And then when you're ready, you add the arms. You can start transferring your weight, combine, move around, try to feel those. Forehand, backhand, and combine them on your own. If you feel one of them is particularly challenging, just repeat it. Just try to find that correct correct feeling. Try to shift your weight and try all of the above or all of the previous moves we did in your own way, freestyle. I hope this exercise, along with the explanations, can help you improve your ability to snap in karate. Train hard, good luck, have fun.